Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Christina Schaefer, Director of Social Media for HAR. And February, as we know, is Black History Month, and we wanted to round out this month discussing HBREA, and we have a lot to share about HBREA. And who better to bring on to discuss HBREA than their president, Felicia Guidry. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Christina. Hi. Well, good morning.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much for being here today. I'm so glad that we could make this work because you guys do so much great work to help both realtors and consumers alike. And we want to discuss that work today, so I appreciate you taking time to join us.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here. Appreciate the opportunity to share.
Absolutely. So, before we get into the questions I have for you, and I'm sure questions that we might get from our members today, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Yes, I am Felicia Guidry, broker associate with Guidry Realty Group, powered by EXP. I have been in real estate for some time now, past instructor, teaching continuing education classes, and now in leadership. I've been with HBREA for quite a few years now. I came up the ranks. I started out as a chaplain, and now I'm the president. So just know I have served in about every capacity that our board has with HBREA.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for giving your time to organizations like HAR and HBREA because it's very important. So, backing up a little bit, HBREA stands for Houston Black Real Estate Association. How and why was HBREA founded?
Definitely. Okay, so let me share some of our history. HBREA is the local chapter of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers that was founded back in 1947. It's the oldest, largest trade minority organization in America, and we're known as realtors. So if you hear me say realtors, just know that I am referring to our trade organization name. And then HBREA was founded back in 1949 because of the democracy issues that was having the discriminatory practices that was back in real estate. We want to ensure not only democracy in housing for our consumers, but also for the real estate agents in itself. So in 1949 is when our local chapter was actually formed.
Very good. Thank you so much. And what are the main goals of HBREA?
Sure. The bottom line is we want to increase home ownership in our Black communities. We believe that all citizens have the equal rights to having a home, right? Fair access to credit. We want to believe that everybody have the right education in regards to home ownership. For those that do desire home ownership, have the opportunity to definitely have access to it. So it doesn't matter race, creed, or color. The mission is democracy and housing and equal opportunity for all.
Excellent. And I don't know if you know offhand, but have the statistics changed over the years as far as the increase in Black home ownership?
You know, when I think about how long I'm going to reflect back when I think about how long the organization has been in existence, and of course, I have not been around that long, right? I am. Right. So I have been in my mid 50s, right? So if I'm in my mid 50s, the organization has been around for over 75 years.
Mhm.
And back then when after the Fair Housing Act was established, we were still under 50%. Do you know I'm in my mid 50s and we're still under 50% in home
Wow.
ownership? So there is a fluctuation, but we have not gotten over the 50% mark. And why is it? So our organizations are so needed just because of that. So the numbers fluctuate, but we're not even over 50% in Black home ownership rates.
Okay, and we'll talk about some educational opportunities that you guys put on for both realtors and consumers to hopefully get us over that 50% hump, like you mentioned.
Yes, ma'am.
Felicia, we've had many conversations take place over the last couple of years about the real issues within the industry and barriers for minority groups that they face when they're, even applying for a home loan. Do you find that those barriers have been, maybe moved a little bit or taken down a little bit since these conversations have been taking place?
Well, well, let's talk about some of the barriers that
Mm-hmm.
are in our community. One definitely, we believe that access to credit is one of the major barriers, and then
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is education in regards to financial literacy, and then the access, and then the system in regards to that is what's holding us back. So it's so important that we share this information as we go out into our communities about the access. And we definitely appreciate all the programs that are out there to help own home ownership within our communities. But yes, the barriers are still there. The needle is moving. But now,
Mm-hmm.
after coming off of the pandemic, sometimes it could feel that we have been set back. But what I do believe, every setback is a setup. It's an opportunity for us to get out and to share more, because
Mm-hmm.
there are programs that are out there that give our communities the opportunity to access home ownership if that is their desire. Definitely, the fact that when we think about having the access to credit, right? Credit is a
Mm-hmm.
major issue because many people do not understand it and how it actually works, right? And then they don't understand that home ownership creates generational wealth within their communities. It's something that they can pass down. So the education about why home ownership is so vitally important is definitely, that barrier, but we're moving it forward with our organization.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. Felicia, some might not understand the value or the need for diversity groups like HBREA. What would you say to someone that maybe is questioning the need or benefit of diversity groups?
Sure, great question. When you think about after 50 plus or 70 plus years, we do not have 50% home ownership,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're more educated than what we were. We have more financial wealth in regards to our work, what we're earning, but we still don't have the land, right? That they're not, it's not making any more land. So we need to have access to land. So yes, it's very important that we're out advocating for home ownership within our communities, because we understand that wealth is created through home ownership. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
when we think about what has happened in the last few years, especially, let's think about the benefit, just one benefit that having home ownership does. When there was a challenge within our communities with after COVID, let's talk about
Mm-hmm.
that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that actually own homes, right? They were able to, some people were able to refinance, right? If they
Mm-hmm.
were able to refinance, they were able to still sustain that home. But if they were renting, then the landlords now are forced to say, okay, if we don't have rent payments, now
Yeah.
my mortgage is being affected. So home ownership allows us so much in so many areas. So it's important that we educate our homeowners, our future
Mm-hmm.
homeowners, not only about sustainability, but that the belief that owning home creates wealth within their community. So it's important. I love our national organization, and even though we're a local chapter, many of our programs function under the pillars of our national organization. We think about our faith-based and civic engagement pillar. We call them pillars. It's actually 5 pillars. So many of the things and the activities that we do are all within some of these pillars that I may talk about. We talk about the faith-based and community engagement. Well, most all Black people go to church, right? If they're not physically in church, we're looking at a church on the web, right? Or we're listening to it on YouTube. So many of our communities find that within our faith-based community, that's where they find comfort and that they find understanding. So when
Mm-hmm.
we connect and we engage within our faith-based communities and then providing that information, that's very important for them, right? It inspires
Mm-hmm.
them and it educates them. And then I'll also share with you our other pillar, which is WIRE. Okay, definitely we're ladies, right? WIRE is our women's initiative investing in real estate. So One, with our Black African American women, we're some of the lowest numbers on the poll when it comes to thinking about home ownership, right?
Mm,
But we're educated, right?
mhm,
We're in leadership positions, but we still have that barrier and that challenge. So we do have our WIRE initiative that helps with home ownership. It also shows us how to invest and the reasons and the purposes of investing inside of real estate, and developing affordable housing with our communities. We also have a diversity and inclusion pillar for
mm,
small businesses. As real estate professionals, we are small business owners, right? So
mhm,
not only are we helping with creating income and generational wealth within our communities, but also within our households. And then a couple of other multi-generational wealth pillar. That is very important for us because that's where we are able to build it and pass it on. So I'm
mhm,
excited about that pillar because we're going into the HBCU universities and we're teaching about real estate,
mm,
because many people don't talk about the practitioners of real estate and appraisals, but hey, somebody needs to know. And if we're moving the needle forward, we want people at the table that are looking like us and understand so we can share our personal life with the community. A testimony is everything. And when you
mhm.
have a testimony to share, that builds credibility with so many.
That's excellent. You mentioned the word community so many
Mhm.
times in there, and it really is so important to get into the communities and meet people where they are to have these conversations with them. I'm sure you need more people doing that. So we'll talk about how people can get involved with HBREA in just a bit. I wanted to just bring up a quick comment that came in from Peggy Pentecost. She said, such an important economic impact for our city. We need opportunities for access to homeownership for all our citizens. So, absolutely, we agree with that, Peggy.
That is
Um,
correct.
yeah, go
And
ahead.
and with that comment, that's so
Mhm,
vitally important. We also have a pillar, a government relations and advocacy pillar. And so when laws and things change, it doesn't just only affect our community, it affects us all as a whole. So when we're saying that we're fighting for democracy and housing, it's for everyone. Everyone reaps the
mhm,
benefit of that. So our government relations advocacy pillar, it supports legislation. We think about the Fair Housing Act. We're very instrumental at being a
mhm,
part of that. We put out a report every year. Our national organization does. It's called SHEBA, State of Housing in Black America. So you have to be called to the table to see how it really is looking on paper for us. You have to look at it. So now you can say, there has to be some change and it has to be somebody advocating for that. And everybody wins. I love it.
mhm.
Everyone wins.
Excellent. Thank you so much. If anyone watching has questions for Felicia, now would be the time to type them in. Questions, comments. We'd love to hear anything that you have to share with us today. So, Felicia, we've talked a little bit, mentioned a little bit about some educational opportunities and different events and things that you're putting on, both for realtors and consumers. So, can you tell us a little bit about what you have coming up?
Definitely. Okay, so we have quite a few things coming up. I just came in as president. I'm super excited. We're just in February. I'm 2 months in, right? It feels like I've been doing it forever, right? But that's because I've been on the board. So the transition was great. I love my immediate past president, Marla Lewis. I think she's
Mhm,
been on several times with you.
mhm,
But, I am super excited about what it is that we're doing. Just transitioning. One of the things you talked about some of the barriers, right?
mhm,
And that was access to capital. We talked about that. What we do as an organization for our consumers, we put on fair housing events, right? We have veterans events. Our what we have coming up real soon is our Realtors Week. Many people in the city are familiar with that, where the whole week through national, all throughout our over 100 chapters, local board chapters, we're putting on different events. And so during our Realtors event, we put on a housing fair event that provides education. Many of the barriers for our communities is access, down payment money, right? I
mhm,
have the money, I work, but I don't have the money saved up. So we're partnered with our industry professionals, our lenders, our inspectors, our title companies, our insurance companies to provide these housing fairs that give education to consumers consumers in those particular areas. So our Realtors Week is coming up. We'll be in a site near you, so we definitely want everybody to stay abreast. Connect with us on our website to look at our calendar of events for that. And then I said I just came in. Well, I didn't come in by myself. I have an amazing group of leaders with on our board and officers. Our installation is coming up in April. So April is going to be a busy month for us. We will be
Yes.
celebrating some of our top 20 Black real estate professionals in the city of Houston. So we're super excited. We got a lot of things going on, not only just for us as business professionals, but also for the consumers. And one of the other things that we put on a monthly basis, if you're not familiar with Christine, we have a free HUD certificate program. It is virtual. Somebody, hey, we're taking advantage of the virtual opportunity, so nobody has excuses, right? My bishop always says the excuses are the crutch for the uncommitted. So if you're committed to home ownership and we are committed to providing it, we have a consistent monthly free HUD certificate program that talks about the steps to home ownership, provides them access and information to that. So again, that's one of the benefits of being a part of our organization and being partners with us, is because we provide that education. As real estate people, we tell our clients, and they don't listen to us sometimes, right? You know, it's kind of like our children. They say, I just told them that, but somebody else tell them and they listen. So we're excited about our HUD program. And then we also have our broker. You talk about, we have a lot of things going on. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Right. We have a broker brunch. We have a broker's brunch that's coming up in March. We do that quarterly. And that's with our brokers and our broker associates, where we bring in information that's pertaining to the broker, so they can go back and they can share this within their offices, different best practices that we have going on. And I want you to think about this. We were not given the access years ago to be realtors. So that's why we're a realtist. That's why our trade name came in. But many of our brokers are small independent brokerages that don't have access to a lot of training that large brokerages have. So that's what we do within these broker circles and a lot of these monthly luncheons that we have. Also, every third Thursday, we're at the Power Center. It's now the Community Collective, but we have our new home for our monthly luncheon there every third Thursday, and we're sharing information.
Very good. So many opportunities, like you said. No, there's no excuse there. Susanna just had a quick question. How can she register for that free class?
Definitely. If you go to our website, hbreahouston.org, you can find it there. We do put all of our events on our Eventbrite platform. That's hbreahouston.eventbrite.com. However, if you go to our website, you can access our calendar as well as sign up for all of our events. We have the home buying class. Again, that's for consumers. And one of the great things about that class, it's so integral, because many people say, okay, well, why would I send my clients to a real estate home buyer education class? Well, we're there clearly to just only educate the consumer about home ownership. We're not there soliciting for buyers. We're there simply just to share the education. We have our lender partners come in. They share about the steps to home ownership. We have inspectors that come in and they talk about that process. Many real estate professionals are new in the industry, and they don't provide a home buyer workshop or a home buyer information to their clients. So it's a safe place for consumers to come and to get education. And then again, it's the free HUD certificate. Many people are looking for down payment assistance, and then our class is one of those classes that they get their certificate now that makes them eligible for some of the down payment assistance money that's out there.
That's such an excellent point, because why wouldn't you want to be the realtor that pointed them towards this amazing resource that could help get them in a home? So yeah, really great point there. Monique had a question. Are we going to be able to help lower income first time home buyers with the high prices of homes right now? So do you have anything to share about the pricing and how to help those? Yeah.
Sure, great question. That that is a nationwide problem, right? Because of what we're coming into. But what I will tell you is the best thing is one to educate our consumers. Many of our consumers are not familiar with all the programs that are out there. Many of these down payment assistance programs are stackable. When I think
Mhm.
about if you're renting, if someone is renting, we all have to have some
Oh, looks like we just.
could be actually
Oh,
for a home. The barrier of them getting in is typically that down payment or that closing cost. But if
mhm.
now we can show them how they can get access to that capital, they're already going to be paying that rent, right? But now it's
Mhm.
considered their mortgage because it's home ownership. So one of the main barrier is getting them over into the down payment, helping them with the closing costs. And it starts with education because all real estate professionals are not familiar with all the different programs. And
Mhm.
what I love about our organization is not just real estate professionals that are a part of our organization. I talk about our lender partners. They're also members as well. We have what's called a lender circle. And what they do is they come in, they talk about the upcoming programs, they talk about the different opportunities within the different companies that they have. So one company may offer one program or one benefit where another may offer another.
Mhm.
So every one program doesn't fit everybody, but they have collaboration and communication within this broker circle as well as in the lender circle. So they're able to share. So that's what I love about the organization. It's not just real estate professionals, it's industry professionals sharing best practices and giving our membership access to a lot of the programs that are out there. Now we can take them back to our consumers and educate them.
Excellent, excellent.
Mhm.
You mentioned the down payment assistance, and I just wanted to remind our members that you do have access to DPR, the down payment resource, right within Matrix. On any listing, you can see if there's down payment options available for that property that you can easily share with a client or customer. And just, I believe, as of last week, it's now on HAR.com as well. So consumers, when they're looking at properties on
Mhm.
HAR.com, can see the down payment resources available. So absolutely. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Felicia.
Yes,
And
and you
great
know what?
question. Yeah.
I thank HAR for partnering as well. The fact that our membership with HAR offers so many tools for us as well. Many of them may be unutilized, right? But they are there. And what happens on now, I'm loving it because at our monthly luncheon, we have a representative come in from HAR and tell us about some of the tips, some of the tools
Mhm.
that's happening with HAR that may be there that we're not using. So I'm excited about that. So, hey, we get some of the best tips and trades secrets that are coming out at our luncheon.
Mhm.
Super excited about that. Our next luncheon is, of course, on March the 16th. I got to put that in there, right? But again, every third Thursday. But this lunch and learn is going to be talking about how to manage your business in a shifting market in the changing times. And many real estate agents that just got in probably came in right during the change of the
Mhm.
market. And they're thinking, well, oh my God, is this how it is? But, I'm excited to say that we'll be sharing on how to navigate your business in this shift in times. And now we're back in person, right? But then things are still hybrid. But how do you function
Mhm.
with your business?
Okay, great. Well, you've mentioned a lot of educational opportunities, a lot of events that people can get involved with. So, if you could, though, because some people might be wanting to join HBREA, what are the benefits of becoming a member and how can people get involved?
Okay, definitely. Our theme going is reset and align for greater. Well, that is greater because it's being connected and aligning yourself with other industry professionals that are going in the direction that you want to go, right? A
Mhm.
lot of times we don't know what we don't know until we get around people that know it, and you be like, wow, I didn't know that, right? So, again, I'm excited because I come to our conferences. Actually, I am here at our midwinter conference, super excited about all the information that have went forth. For someone that wants to connect connect with us is one, it gives you access not only to our local chapter. We have a state chapter, which is TARAB, Texas Association of Real Estate Brokers, and then also membership in our national organization as well. And so we have conferences. We meet twice a year on a national basis, and then we have an annual Texas conference. But
Mhm.
what the great part about that is now you not only have a referral base within your organization or the company that you work for, but being a member with us, I mean, we have referral business that goes all over the US. So that's one great thing, is that you're able to network. You have a referral outside of just your local office. We have over 100+ chapters, local boards, I should say, within our organization. But then not only that, we help educate consumers. So while you're building your pipeline of clientele, well, while you're out trying to show homes, well, you need to be educating that pipeline because they're not ready, right? So now you have another system that you can put them in to help them build and educate. But not only
Mhm.
that, I like to say this organization, it is a volunteer organization, and I love it. It is a membership based. I love it. Well, the reason that someone would participate in this is because they care.
Mhm.
And someone has to be willing to serve outside of themselves and see the benefit. And when you think about the work that is being done, somebody else has paved the way for us, and now we're just paving the way for someone else. So it not only does give us an amazing networking opportunity, it educates us not only as an industry professional, but it also educates our client us as well, so we can build our business.
Excellent. Thank you so much for saying that, Felicia.
You're
So, HBREAHouston.org, is that where people can go learn more and potentially sign up?
That is correct. And if you just want to go straight to the point because you know you want to be a part of our organization, or you need to just renew your membership, you can go to joinhbrea.org. Wanted to make it simple, take you straight to the application, right? Go ahead and get signed up. We talk about the Houston Black Real Estate Association, but there are multiple different trade organizations. And I
Mhm.
want you to know you don't have to be a Black person to join our organization. And you don't have to just be a real estate broker or a real estate professional to join our
Mhm.
organization. If you're in the industry of real estate and serving practitioners, you definitely can be a member. We're members of multiple different organizations within, because we believe in home ownership education for our clients.
Wonderful. Well, Felicia, you've shared quite a bit with us this morning, and we really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to share with our members today?
Oh, definitely. We love for you to be a part of our organization. We definitely love for you to show up at one of our luncheons. I love to meet you personally. I love access to the virtual world because it allows the information to go everywhere. But I'm a touchy feely. I'm a country girl, right? I'm from Livingston. I've been in Houston, I'll tell you, Christine, since 1989. So, but just think about this. This right here, I love the access to the world through technology, but I'm a touchy feely girl. So if y'all come out to our lunch and learns, I love to shake hands and connect with you. Definitely share our information with other agents within your offices. If you know someone that are in insurance, that may be a broker, a real estate professional, any industry related practitioner, can definitely partner up. Come, we have a monthly membership orientation that happens before our member luncheon. So you'll be able to hear more about our organization and meet many of our leaders. But I love to see you at our installation gala that is coming up in April. It's time to reset Houston and align for greater. Partner with our organization and become a member today.
Thank you so much, Felicia. We have people thanking you, saying that. Actually, Tiffany said you are delightful. Thank you. So, and La Tigra Diaz said she's signing up now, so that's great. Peggy Pentecost said she's a member and learned so much, so she's thanking you as well. She said being a member means you have a seat at the table, and we couldn't agree more.
That
So.
That look here, that part, Peggy, you're so right. A seat at the table, the deliberation table, and it's so vitally important. We talk about change, but if you don't sit there, once we hear the problems, now what we do, we're so serious about taking action and being intentional. So I thank you for the opportunity to be able to come on to share this information, to expose our membership and the world to HBREA, which is the Houston Black Real Estate Association, and our parent organization, NARAB. There's a chapter near you, partner, connect, build within, educate yourself as well as educate your clients. I love being a part of our organization. I love being a member with HAR, which exposes us again to opportunities that we didn't have. So thank you again for the opportunity to be able to come on and share with you and just be myself, because hey, I'm confined in this room, but just know I am so full of energy. And it's early for me. You know, it's what, 6 o'clock. I'm 2 hours behind where you are in Texas, but I was excited to be able to get up this morning and be on with you. But I'm headed back to Texas. It's nothing like being in Texas.
Yes, absolutely. Well, safe travels back home, and thank you for joining us. Like you said, even from another time zone, we truly appreciate your time today. Well, that is actually it for this Member Focus Monday. Felicia, again, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Valuable information, which we truly appreciate hearing from you. Next Monday, we will be back at 9 a.m., and we are going to be joined by Cindy Yoakum. She is on the Texas board of the Women's Council of Realtors, and we're going to hear all about WCR next week on Member Focus Monday. So that is it. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.